Welcome back, Fanfueled family. Today I've got a special video for you because it's a viewer request. Jeremy Viviana Griffin 9458 is back again asking for a video. So today, we're going to talk about the Wardens of the Sky. There isn't too much info on the Wardens of the Sky. They have one mention, the Jedi Academy training manual, and that's it. The Wardens of the Sky were a relatively small force order that tasked themselves with keeping the Spacelanes safe. They often blended into crowds at spaceports just wearing civilian clothes and watching for anyone that needed help. In their minds, anyone and everyone had the right to travel the stars, and as such, they fought pirates. Curiously, they also helped smugglers whom they believed were defying the tyrants of the Spacelanes. The Wardens operated individually with no central organization, nothing like the Jedi Order, just individual wanderers with a common goal. When a Warden bumped into a Force-sensitive individual they thought had potential, they'd offer to train them. Once the training was complete, the two would part ways and they'd patrol the Spacelanes alone. Often, Wardens would get jobs as pilots or navigators, letting them wander the stars while keeping an eye on things. Interestingly, the Wardens believed that firing blasters on board starships was dangerous, so they specialized in a mix of martial arts and force powers, allowing them to fight and incapacitate foes without causing too much of a fuss. They were founded back in the Great Hyperspace War, around 5,000 years before A New Hope. Back then, there was a guild, the Hyperspace Navigators Guild, that was supposed to carry out this task. However, they were discredited, so a Force-sensitive hyperspace explorer started patrolling and stopping anyone that made intergalactic travel difficult for others. While we don't know his name, he was the first Warden of the Sky, and those he trained went on to further that mission. The Wardens were often regarded as a myth, which helped them escape the notice of the Sith and eventually the Empire. Yeah, not too much on these guys. They're really cool, and while I do hope we see them in canon at some point, I'm not going to hold my breath. Thanks again to Jeremy Viviana Griffin 9458 for suggesting this. It's a neat topic, which at this point you guys are all expecting. If you leave a comment, I'll pin it. I've got two sets of comments for you today from the video from 2 weeks ago on the Ghostfire Crystal. First up, Just Spencer36 commented, I think one of the advantages of an invisible blade would be if you could adjust the length of the blade. How many times have we seen a Jedi weave back so that a swing just barely misses them? Aki replied, we have seen that some lightsabers do have adjustable blade sizes. We see it very clearly in Rebels. So yeah, not only do you not know where the blade is, you don't know its length either. Both Just Spencer36 and Aki make very valid points, and in my reply I said, oh, that gives me a very wicked idea. In the Legends book I, Jedi, Corran Horn makes a unique dual-phase lightsaber that can switch between a short green blade and a long silver blade by swapping the crystals internally with the press of a button. You could do that, lull a foe into a false sense of security with a shorter blade, then press a button and your blade vanishes but is far longer. It's a really powerful idea, honestly, but I can't see many Jedi using it for the same reason that the Jedi wouldn't do what our next comment suggested. Aki left a comment saying, I'm not sure this represents a great threat against powerful Force users. Like you said, you already need to be a skilled duelist for this thing not to cause you more harm than good, but a Force user who is relying on their eyes to beat a master has already lost. Your Force senses should be telling you where that blade is long before your brain recognizes what your eyes are saying. Of course, since every second matters in a lightsaber fight and most people aren't used to fighting blades they can't see, it would still give you some advantage. But we know Jedi and likely Sith trained blindfolded with dumb blast shield visors to fight without seeing. This thing gives you the biggest bonus when you're a high intermediate to advanced duelist fighting against medium to low level duelists, especially in big numbers. The craziest thing you can do with this is strategically turning off, forget the in-universe name for this technique, your silent invisible blade. Using that technique with this item will freak out most experienced fighters to the point that they'll likely forget their Force senses in a moment of panic and you can easily dispatch them. And Aki's got a really good point. Like I said in my reply, that would be Trikata, and yeah, it would really mess with your foe. So few people use it though, the Jedi find it manipulative and cruel and the Sith think it's showing weakness, so only a few people in either group would ever use it. Aki has a great point, Trikata would really benefit from the Ghostfire Crystal. Thank you so much for watching. I love doing topic requests because as my viewers, what you want to see matters. Sure, I love covering all the stuff I talk about on my own, but when you guys request something, that means you care enough about the topic that you commented it, so I'll definitely cover it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. It all helps out more than you know. If you want to see a video on another topic request, click here for Oppo Rancisis. Or click here for my video discussing every single light side force power. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.